Alright, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, okay, never mind. Everything's good. Okay, I was freaking out for a minute. I thought that the recording was not working. Okay, so we're back for episode 15 of our Pokemon Fire Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. And if you haven't seen that last episode, we did have a new addition to our team. I'm not going to really give a team recap necessarily, other than our new member. We caught Draco, level 15 Kingdra, and Draco has the moves Octazooka, Water Pulse, Snore, and Counter. So we're going to go ahead and roll with that on the team. And today's episode, we are going to try to get through Rock Tunnel. Got some super repels and some regular repels. We're going to try to make our way through here. Completely forgetting we got to go down here. Alright. I think that's over with now. Just my mom yelling at the dogs, because the dogs are getting into the trash. But I think we're good now. I think we're good to, have a clear episode right now without really any interruptions. Kind of really wish we did have Flash though. Level 32, that is interesting. Thunderbolt should still take it out since it is only a Kakuna. It does. Draco grew to level 16. Alright. We're getting there. I'll have you know, guys, like, before recording the last episode, I did something pretty crazy. Well, I feel like it's not that crazy, but it's crazy for me. Fortunately, here where I live in Florida, this time of year, the summer, when it's really hot and it rains a ton, that's when all the little bugs and everything come out, We have, here in Florida where I live, there's crazy palmetto bugs. So obviously I'm sure a decent bit of people know what those are. Nice little roaches, like giant roaches. Those are really bad here. And there was one that I found in my room before recording the last episode, and that was I had to pull some strategic maneuvers in order to kill it, because it was like pretty close to my wall, like the baseboards and everything, so it wasn't really like a clear path to be able to just like stomp on it and kill it. Also, there was like some items that I had on the ground there, like next to it, so it's like if I step on it, I'll probably step on the item, and it wasn't like anything valuable or anything where I'm like, oh, I don't want to break it. Like, it was really just nothing. It was like a plastic piece to my little fan that I have near my bed, one of the things that like helps stand it up on the bottom. But I'm like, still, if I go to stomp on the roach and I miss it, or I step on the piece and then I don't step on the roach, like, it's gonna run away. And I didn't want it going under my bed or even like underneath my desk or run back towards my closet, because if it goes there, it's in like no man's land and there's gonna be no killing it. Obviously it would die eventually, or it'll come out again and I'll see it and hopefully kill it successfully the next time. But I don't want to deal with any of those problems, because if I can't find it, chances are I'm not sleeping. I'm not going to be able to sleep in my room. I'm gonna have to go to the couch, or I'm just gonna be trying to sleep in my room, but I'm paranoid about a roach crawling on my face while I'm sleeping. So didn't want any of that to happen. So I knew I had to kill it then and there. I had realistically like one shot, one opportunity. I had to capture it, or I had to let it slip. Like one of those things that would happen, you know. But took that one shot. Was planning everything strategically. Oh, I also had my Nintendo Switch controller charger. That was on the ground there too. I know shouldn't be on the ground, but I just have random items thrown on the ground. Well, actually, it was on the shelf, but then it fell off because I have too much stuff on the shelf there on that wall. Isn't this where I just came from? I think it is. It is. So I want to go back. Just wasting repels here. Yeah, so I had to move all that stuff out of the way, and like I had to unplug my fan from the wall because the cord was there in the way. I had to slide over my laptop cord and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. And there was just like all that stuff in the way, and just kind of difficult trying to kill the thing. Had to carefully slide that stuff out of the way because I'm like, one wrong move, like that thing is gonna see me or whatever, and it's gonna run. And like I said, I didn't want that because I had the one chance to kill it there, and so sitting there, just, you know, trying to kill it. Moved everything slowly out of the way. Surprisingly, that thing was extremely calm. Like, it was just, I'm over there, you know, moving, trying to slowly and carefully move stuff out of the way, and it's still just sitting there in the same spot. So I get like my fan cord out of the way, the laptop cord out of the way. All that's left, like the Nintendo Switch controller charger was there. And so I was trying to just, had to slide, I pulled the cord there and like move that thing out of the way. Okay, so you're not part flying. Had to slowly move that out of the way. Okay, that's bad. And you poison us, interesting. Slowly pulled that thing by the cord and moved it out of the way so that the roach was like fully exposed there. I could see it. It could probably see me. You know, just sitting there, we're staring, you know, having a little face off, like staring each other in the eyes, just staring each other down. He's watching me, I'm watching him. He's laying there. Oh, and I mean, on top of this, I went and I grabbed a bottle of spray cleaner because I don't think I had any roach killer or anything, no raid or anything like that. I mean, not that the stuff really works because you spray them and then they just take off running. But I went and I had all that stuff. Grab the spray cleaner. It has like bleach in it too, so I mean, I'm like, that has to be extra deadly to kill this thing. Sitting there watching it, but I was like, at the same time, like thinking about it, I'm like, you know, if I spray this thing, I gotta make sure that I can like stomp on it, have to like block its path somehow, because I'm like, I can do one of two things, or one of multiple things actually. I'm like, I could spray it, okay, it could run towards me because I'm like standing in between it and my bed or whatever there. I'm like, it can run towards me. And try to go under the bed. And at that point, like, I have to make sure I can, like, lift my foot up and put it down on it real quick before it runs past me, and stomp on it and kill it. I could spray it. You could turn around and run towards the closet or under my desk or something. Turn completely to the side and run under my desk. So I'm like having to analyze all the options, and figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna kill this thing. So while I'm sitting there thinking about how I'm gonna kill this thing, luckily this thing makes my decision easy, and he like decides to finally start moving, and then he just runs, or he doesn't run, he starts like slowly walking away from the wall. Alright, there's a Reggie Steele. We'll send out Paris, hit it with a Sacred Fire. Hopefully it doesn't hit us with anything hard. That's gonna hurt. Oh wow, that did absolutely nothing. Oh, probably because Feint Attack, I think, is special in this generation right now. So that's probably why. I was thinking it was physical. And even the stab physical Metal Claw didn't do anything. That's crazy. But luckily it made my job easy and started, slowly walking away from the wall. So I had more space to be able to step on it. And at that point, I'm just like, okay. Just stomped down on that thing. Killed it. Like, it's done. Went and grabbed the broom. Swept it up. Threw it in the trash. Good to go. And I think that's the longest and hardest that I've thought about how to kill a roach and strategically plan that shit out, because I'll have you know too, I didn't include this guy, completely keep forgetting about different details and everything. But I'll have you know, I ended up to avoid it running backwards, or trying to avoid from it running backwards towards my closet, I went and I grabbed one shoe and put it up behind it, so that way, if it went to run backwards and run into the shoe and be blocked, or it would have to climb over the shoe and kind of slow it down, and I could spray it some more or step on it. And then I put a shoe kind of blocking its side path so it couldn't run directly under my desk or anything. So I had all that there too, but then it just started slowly moving away from the wall. So I was like, okay, stomp, it's dead. Didn't have to deal with it. That's the most I've ever strategically planned how to kill a roach ever. And thankfully, it worked out just fine. I was able to kill it. Not have to worry, I'll probably see another one next weekend, because like I said, it's that time of year in where I live. It gets hot, rains a lot, so they come into your house, seeking shelter and food and whatever. So that's the unfortunate part about living here. And that's why I'm like, man, if I want to move out of Florida here, I want to move somewhere else, but realistic at the same time, every place has has something, when I went to Arizona a few years back, when my brother-in-law was in the Air Force and my sister and brother-in-law and niece all lived out there, I went to go visit them in Arizona for a week, and out there they had, you have scorpions out there anyway. We didn't see them, they're not coming into our houses or anything, but things we did see in the houses is they have some big ass spiders though. I didn't see any roaches ever, but they got big ass spiders, and I don't like spiders either, so I'd probably rather have the roaches than the spiders. The roaches don't bite you. Spiders, they bite you. I don't think I've ever been bit by a spider, but they still bite you though, so I don't want that to happen. I saw a couple pretty decent sized spiders in the house while I was out there. One that was out while I was trying to sleep on the couch, and ran across the floor into the pantry, and after that, I don't think I went into the pantry once the whole rest of the time that I was there, because I wasn't trying to deal with that. You know, I go in there for some Pop-Tarts or something, and spider jumps out at me. I don't play that. It's like, I mean, you go like other places out west, like same thing. Like they have spiders or other weird creatures. You know, other places. You know, I think even places like, I mean, I haven't been to many states. Like I've only been to officially, like, I mean, I've stopped in a couple of states, like traveling to places, even though I've never really traveled all that much. But I've stayed in a couple places, like overnight for like one night, but I'm not really counting that. Only other places I've been where I've actually stayed for more than like a night, or I mean, I've went to South Carolina several times, like several summers when I was younger. We used to go up there, but alright, no, I do not care about the bite fence summer sale, no thank you. I've been out to South Carolina a couple times when I was younger. Went to Texas for like a week, Arizona for 2 weeks. Most recently, I went to North Carolina for a week back in February of this year. That's all I've really been like to for more than like a night, other state wise. Just South Carolina, North Carolina, Arizona, and Texas. Alright, so the exit isn't there. It's farther over this way. I'm going to switch someone else out in front. I'm like trying to think. I'm pretty sure like that like North Carolina, you know, has spiders. Probably not like the worst spiders in the world, but I'm pretty sure they got some out there. I mean, every state has spiders, but I mean, like, whether they're really bad or not is the question. It's a lot of damage. I'm gonna switch right out. Let's go to Magneto. But a lot of places I think just out west have like some really big ones, and like that's just when they're really bad. But I mean, here in Florida, you know, the palmetto bugs, all that stuff, that's probably our biggest thing. We got some places in Florida with like snakes really bad or things like that. You know, we have gators, but I mean, I don't see any gators out here. I don't live by the water, but I'd rather see a gator than seeing a damn spider. I'll tell you that much. Or like a roach. I'd rather see a gator than any of that. Well, it's just like, you know, pros and cons of every place. You know, every place has their cons. Every place has their pros. I mean, North Carolina didn't seem bad. Like when I was out there visiting my, you know, cousins and uncle and aunt and everything. Like I didn't see like a little creature once. And it's, you know, spiders, no roaches of any kind, no other bugs. So I was cool. I was cool chilling out there. Arizona, saw spiders. Texas, don't think I saw anything when I was out there. But I don't know. I feel like honestly, like though, as far as other things go, like dream places to live. If I could live anywhere in the U.S. Right now, I'd probably still go out west. And I'd probably go to either like Colorado. Probably go to Colorado or Oregon. I think is another good place. Like, I mean, I had a friend that lived here that I knew from school that ended up moving out to Oregon, and like some of the pictures and stuff that like he'd post on Instagram, like it just looked so nice out there. Like some nice like wooded, like foresty areas, like things like out by the water. Like it just looked beautiful out there. I'm like, I'd love to go out there. Colorado, same thing. Like beautiful mountains, like snow, all this stuff. That's another place I'd like to live. Colorado, I mean, it probably doesn't get crazy hot. It's probably hotter here in Florida than it is in Colorado. On average, at least, I would say it's hotter here in Florida than it is Colorado. Of course, I don't really know because, like I said, I've never been to Colorado. So, but honestly, at the same time, though, it's like I would like to probably visit just about every state in the U.S. You know, visit every state, like kind of get to see what everything's like. Explore different places. Find out like the ideal spot to end up, you know, calling home. Texas probably wouldn't be a bad bet either. I mean, it's hot out there, but I mean, I liked Texas when I went. Plus, I'd like to go out to a different spot. Like, I mean, my favorite baseball team's the Rangers, so I'm gonna go out there, live in like Dallas, that area, and go to Rangers games. That would be nice. But definitely, I know Oregon and Colorado are two of the top places that I want to visit. Maybe even, hopefully, plan a vacation out to one of those places within the next couple of years or so, maybe. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end off this episode. In the next episode, we're probably going to go to Lavender Tower. And, well, actually, no, we won't do Lavender Tower yet. We're going to go to Celadon City, take out the rocket headquarters, get the Sylph Scope, take on Giovanni, and then in the episode after that, we'll probably do Lavender Tower, because we'll have the Sylph Scope finally and be able to do all that. Maybe we'll even take on the next gym in the next episode, but I doubt it. I think we'll just worry about Team Rocket first and then do the gym. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.